Nope, we're not on the Nat Geo channel. Don't get confused. It's obvious, isn't it? Okay, let's get it on. This is Car Inclusive, and today we're doing Jaguars. Before we get started, remember to click like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you'll be reminded of our new videos. Let's get roaring. Jaguar is a bastion of Britishness, even though its sister brand, Land Rover, are now owned by Tata Motors. So what? That doesn't change a single spot on our Jags now, does it? Jaguar is enjoying a new resurgence, yet it still has some way to go to shake off its reputation for iffy builds, and shake it off it did. Now, Jaguars are some of the most exceptional high-quality cars around. Their reputation for reliability is improving, their looks are magnificent, and their performance is sublime. Jaguar has a long history of producing great cars and is continuing to innovate as we move into the electric vehicle era. But before anything else, let us bring you back a few decades. Jaguar has been making refined, stylish cars for over 85 years. It was in 1935 when people spotted the SS Jaguar 2.5L Saloon. The first Jaguar was produced by the Swallow Sidecar Company, SS, but it didn't take long to shift that name shortly after the Second World War, and the Jaguar brand was born. Perhaps the most famous Jaguar of all time is the E-Type, once referred to by Enzo Ferrari as the most beautiful car ever made. High praise from a man who knew a thing or two about designing stunning cars. In the 1970s, the Jaguar XJS was seen as a spiritual successor to the E-Type, which was in production for an amazing 21 years. Over 100,000 cars later, and the XK100 series was born to take over the world, with the XK8 coming into production in 1996. While beauty is subjective, most car enthusiasts agree that Jaguar have produced some of the most beautiful road cars ever seen on the road. Some experts say that the E-Type is the most beautiful Jaguar ever produced. Its sweeping roofline, stunning lines, and classic design make it one of the most iconic cars the world has ever seen. To most, no other Jaguar can live up to the E-Type's 1960 elegance. There have certainly been some great-looking cars in the years since. Perhaps the most beautiful modern Jaguar is the F-Type, the company's up-to-date interpretation of the 60s E-Type classic. The high-performance two-seater sports coupe looks fantastic, but unfortunately modern cars can't escape the design-limiting safety provisions now required by law. In most people's opinion, classic cars will always look better for this reason. But beauty can only go so far, so the question is, are Jaguars fast? Jaguars are fast cars, but are also refined. Over the years, the company has developed several powerful engines for its road cars, proving that speed and luxury can go hand in hand. The following decades, Jaguar made a name for itself on the track, winning at Le Mans in the 1950s and developing innovative aerodynamic designs for its racers. It wouldn't take long before success on the track transcended into the open road. Back in the early 1990s, the one-of-a-kind XJ220 was released. At the time, it was the fastest car in the world, reaching 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds and hitting a top speed of 213 miles per hour. Just a shade off the 220 miles per hour its name suggested, unfortunately. But in terms of raw power and acceleration, its crown had been stolen by the XE-SV Project 8. When it was launched in 2019, this car became the most powerful road-going Jaguar ever to roll off the production line, and only 300 were ever made. But the most powerful modern Jaguar you can buy is the F-Type R. It has a supercharged V8 engine producing 575 horsepower and will do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So like its jungle counterpart, the Jaguar is a car well built for the open savanna, designed to blend in so it can pounce on the weak and reaffirm its dominance in the rainforest. Overall, a Jaguar is worth buying if you like to drive a car that's classy, elegant, fast, and has a great heritage. What you spend on maintenance, you'll get back in satisfaction, pleasure, and indulgence once you're behind that Jaguar wheel. Jaguars aren't for everyone, and you need to know what you're getting into before making the purchase, but most owners end up with a smile on their face once they experience the luxury and finesse that these big cats can give. You cannot contain its beauty. You cannot cage its freedom. It runs like the wind as the world rolls under its forceful heels. The Jaguar. This has been Car Inclusive. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for video updates.